late Friday, which is that it was obviously a great win for Arizona. And mostly, I do think this is true, an inconsequential loss for Duke. It's a missed opportunity, sure. Like it's a big win that you didn't get, but a loss to a possible Pac-12 champ in the opening weekend of the season isn't going to hurt you long-term if you Duke. Either way, just a great event for the sport because two relatively young head coaches in charge of two of the biggest brands in college basketball decided that they were willing to test their teams in the opening week of the season in a true home road environment in the spirit of giving all of us an early season game worth watching. More coaches should do it. It was fun, and though Arizona won, it could have gone either way, evidence being that the score was literally tied with 47 seconds left. In the final minute, Arizona made more plays than Duke, so Arizona got a huge win. Duke is now 1-1 heading into the Champions Classic. We're going to get more on that later. If you care, I did reward Arizona by moving up the Wildcats to number 3 in the top 25-1. Duke is down to number 4. Simply put, I didn't really want to punish anybody for being brave enough to schedule a big game this early. So rather than move Duke down into Arizona's neighborhood, I just moved Arizona up into Duke's neighborhood. That means Kansas is now number 1, Purdue number 2, Arizona number 3, Duke number 4 in the top 25-1. And if you don't like it, you can send me a tweet about it. And I'll just ignore. Deadleg, any additional thoughts on Arizona's win at Duke?
Well, first of all, I cannot take your ranking seriously after hearing that.
I don't know how anybody could take this list seriously. Here's the problem. Now that I said that on Friday's podcast, every time I tweet, somebody says, I can't take this list seriously. So now, even more than normally, I'm getting trashed in my mentions by people who are just playing along.
That is the beauty of it all. Absolutely love it. Love how, just like the stop sign in your neighborhood, you kind of blew through the stop sign right at the top of the show. Shouts to Nada. GP and I did not know that was coming. Well produced. If you're watching on YouTube, you got to see it first. It plays even better if you're watching as opposed to just listening there. One more time for the ones in the back. I was wrong. How about that? So
final 4-1. I believe I went 2-3 and you went 3-2.
How dare you? I went 4-1. The only game I got wrong was Tennessee not covering, or Wisconsin not covering against Tennessee. Go ahead and check it again. Yeah, there was 3-2 in the Google Doc. I was like, this ain't right. I double checked.
So does that mean I went?
You went 2-3. Yeah, that's correct. You went 2-3.
Well, it's better. It's better than what I usually go.
Here's the thing with GP. He's having a rough go of it. The Duke thing happens.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the sheep now?
It feels like it could be me.
There's no could be about it.
Feels like it's me.
I'm not going to ask. Listen, if the roles were reversed, you'd probably demand a sheep noise in the first 60 seconds of the pod. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let it cook this week, see where we are on Friday's show. But if this happens again, your sheep noise is getting added to the board.
I tried thinking for myself one time. You see what happened? I'll never think for myself again.
Rumors in the chat, by the way, that I already have an insurmountable lead in the Final Four run.
I mean, probably. I'll never be at 500 again.
So we'll see about that. Two, I know you're having a rough weekend with that. And then we both had birthday party situations on Sunday. So we're coming into this pod. Listen, no shame in this game. I had a wonderful time with my boys and their friends, but my dumb ass decided to go to IKEA on Saturday, buy my son a new dresser because he didn't need one. So
because every kid wants a new dresser for his birthday.
Trust me.
Hey, what do you want for your birthday? Dad, I've been dreaming about a new dresser.
This is the bonus. Okay. He's got plenty of good stuff that has arrived by now and later this week, but he did need a new dresser. So I spent my Saturday.
Oh, hey, by the way, you guys put your kids' clothes like where they're supposed to go?
That we aim for that to be the goal in our
That's interesting.
60% of the time.
That's interesting. You should
yeah.
I should maybe get our wives on a Zoom call, let them talk about how they plan to handle children's clothing.
That's a whole other thing. So
my wife owns a children's clothing store. Everything in that place, immaculate. Walk into the kid's bedroom, shit everywhere.
Okay.
Always.
No, it's a Sunday show, so what do you want from us right now? So Sunday birthday situation, we're coming into this organized but a tad scrambled at the same time. Am I wrong?
Buddy, there was a cobra in my front yard an hour ago. King. Not just a normal cobra. King cobra.
Okay. As usual, GP just trying to one-up me. You know, it was years ago when I
What did you do for your kid's birthday?
We went to a bounce house Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme party. It was a
That's
great
great.
time.
That sounds great.
It was a tremendous time. Actually, it went off without a hitch. But that being said, they're just running around for 2 straight hours, and I'm just making sure no one, dislocates an elbow or scratches up a face and stuff like that. So
I'm sorry, we had snakes at our house.
Again, like I had the dead deer, I had the dead mice in the house. Now you got the king. You got a king cobra.
That's what they said. I mean, I wasn't in any position to argue with them. It was the Magnolia State wildlife. I don't know. My wife found them somewhere. I don't even know where you find these people. They literally just show up at your house with a truck full of snakes. It's outrageous.
Oh, I'm thinking this is in the wild, and we got another $8,000 removal situation.
Oh no! They we paid somebody to bring a bunch of snakes to our house.
What the hell are you doing? What?
Kids like looking at stuff.
Voluntarily bringing snakes.
Yeah, no, not even voluntarily. It's a good $400.
Yeah, you opted in though. That's the point.
Oh yeah, we paid hundreds of dollars to have snakes at our house.
I have to presume these things aren't venomous.
No, they are.
Okay.
My wife made.
I don't even know how you would go about removing the venom.
Okay, the guy was bragging to my wife. Let the record show I was not involved in any of this. The guy was like, "Yes, ma'am, I have 4 venomous snakes," and she was like, "Well, we don't need those. We don't need you to bring those. Bring the ones that can't poison anybody. Bring the ones that can't. Even if something goes, we know nothing would ever go wrong. But just in case something does go wrong, we don't need any kids dying of poisoning at our house. That's got to be against some law. I mean, we're pretty loose with the laws down here in Mississippi, but that's got to be against something. But everybody left here safe. Even the snakes, things went well. But buddy, that's a long Sunday. It's a long Sunday.
That's long. By the way, that dresser that I purchased and began putting together, it's not done.
Nothing's
no chance. No. I was in it for a good 3 hours. Still not done.
No.
That'll be for tomorrow. Quick thoughts on Duke, Arizona. Just to put a bow on it. Yes, had a Friday quickie episode. If you didn't listen, go back and check that out. As I said on the show, when these circumstances warrant it, we are going to try this season. Sometimes it will be Parrish. Sometimes it'll be me. But it'll be just one of us, because the goal is if there's something that warrants it and we don't have a podcast the next morning, or if it's kind of on an island, a result that we think that you would find interest in, and oh, by the way, everyone listening or viewing or whatever, you found interest in it, so clearly there's an appetite there. One of us will hop on and do 10, 12, 14, 15 minutes max. And that's the goal there. And, kind of fulfill the podcast needs until our regularly scheduled programming again. So much was covered on that. Just 2 things. One, I mentioned on that I picked in my stream of consciousness, because I just went live like off the top of the dome, no notes, that I picked USC to win the Pac-12, and then Arizona fans came for me and came mocking me. I actually picked Arizona to win the league. I want to be clear on this. I had both of them in the top 10, and I did pick Arizona. So let's correct the record there. Arizona fans, please forgive me. And then number 2 was Caleb Love with Coach K courtside. Oh, by the way, Caleb Love, this is from Arizona's official recap of the game. Quote, when it was over, Arizona's players celebrated near midcourt, with Love waving goodbye to the irate crazies and offering some testy words as big man Umar Ballo extended his arms to blow them kisses. Caleb Love having now played a role in a significant role in the final game of Coach K's career, the final home loss of his career, and now the first home loss of John Shire's career. To me, it puts him potentially in the top 5 most all-time hated Tar Heels and Tar Heel affiliated players ever. I just thought that he wasn't the most key player in the game, but that was a side plot that I didn't get to, that I found to be perfect for giving us another storyline in the opening weekend.
Okay, listen, it is 100% true that Caleb Love played a role in Arizona winning this game. He had big plays in the final minute, the little bounce pass drop off.
4 for 4 from the line. Like he was a factor. Yeah.
He was a factor. Okay. So Caleb Love helped lead a team to another win over Duke. That's hilarious. That he did it while being Caleb Love is also perfect. 3 of 10 from the field. I love it. It was a perfect Caleb Love night. Shot 30% from the field, but somehow impacted winning still. Good for him.
And you know what? And all I mean this in all sincerity. I don't care who wins or loses. It's an intriguing result. But the fact that the game ends and Caleb's Love's like, oh yeah, no, I'm giving it to this fan base right here, right there, yet again. Kudos to you. Great game. Enjoyed it tremendously. It exceeded the hype.